This video is sponsored by Guapku. If you're looking for a reliable modded GTA account for PS4, Xbox One, or PC, then this is the place to go. Their link is in the description below. Okay, so I just went off and absolutely told them little kiddies off. So a lot of you probably will have seen my YouTube status recently about 3 little kids that came knocking on my fucking door. So there's subs that live in the same town as I do, and they know who I am and what I look like, and they also know what car I drive, as they've seen it on my Instagram and in videos in the past. So they obviously found my car or saw it on the street, recognised that it was mine, and figured that's where I live, so they obviously came up and knocked on my door, as you do, because that's exactly what I want. Just woken up, stark bollock naked, yeah, little fucking teenagers knocking at my door. That's exactly what I want, thanks. So obviously, yeah, in what universe would you come and knock on my door in that situation? If you found me and you know that that's where I live, you would have thought you'd just show some respect and just not invade their privacy and not overstep the obvious boundary that exists there. But they're kids and they haven't learned these yet, so yeah, first time I just heard the door when I figured it was just the postman or something like that, or like nothing important. I didn't really give a shit. Like I said, I was like basically naked. I just woke up, so I didn't want to just go down right away and that's the fucking door, so I just ignored it and looked out the window and saw these kids on my street. I obviously realised then that it was obviously them doing it, as there'd been 2 encounters where they'd seen me before. So first time I was just driving, had the windows down, and it was at about the time when high school finished, so all the high school kids were like coming out, and they were obviously there, and they saw me, recognised me, and I just heard them shout Dempy really loud. So I pulled over and let them come up and meet me, because they were obviously fanboys, because by the way they shouted, they were obviously like excited that it was me, whatever. So yeah, it was all fine. They just come up and met me, gave me a fist bump, and that was that. It was all good. And then second time was more recently, maybe like a couple months ago or something, a few months after the first time, and again I was driving, and the main kid, who was this short blonde one, he was like walking backwards and he saw me and then just threw up both hands doing the fingers at me, which was obviously weird, as first time he was like fanboying and really excited to meet me and stuff, and then second time he just does the fingers at me as I drive past. But yeah, a bit weird. So 2 encounters, 1 positive, 1 pretty negative. Yeah, I didn't really know if they were like fanboys or not, but it's obviously just a dumb kid. I don't think he was serious. But yeah, and then later on that night I started getting messages on Instagram and Snapchat from someone saying, oh, that was me that flipped you off earlier, and then you started chasing after me. He was saying, he was going on about that, saying that he flipped me off and then I started chasing after him. But obviously I have no idea what he's fucking on about. I didn't chase him at all. I actually just drove past him and then went away. That was it. So I don't know what he's on about. He's obviously off his nut. So yeah, I just blocked him on both, as I just don't want to be dealing with a kid like that, because I knew that it was him. He knew where I live, so I don't want to be engaging with shit like that. I'm not gonna get in an argument with some kid who knows where I live. Like, fuck that. So yeah, I just blocked him, and then that was that. And then yeah, fast forward to a few days ago, or about a week ago, a bit less than a week ago, I think. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when it was. Yeah, that's when that first time happened, when they came to the door. So they'd obviously seen my car on the street, knew that it was mine, and yeah, so came up and knocked on the door. After a couple minutes after I put clothes on, I was sort of like looking out the window and saw them kids on the street, staring at the house. They were walking back and forth, so they'd sort of walk down the street a bit, and then turn around and walk really slowly back again, past my house again, and then continue on past it the other way a bit, down to like the end of the street, and then they'd stop, stand there for a bit on their phones, keep looking back at my house, and then back at their phone, and just like, and then they'd slowly walk back again. Like, they were just pacing back and forth outside my house, just creepy as hell, just literal harassment. So yeah, I posted that YouTube status to try and deter them from coming back. Obviously that did not work, and then yeah, here we are today then. So I don't know when it was, about an hour ago, not very long ago, it basically just happened. So I heard 2 pretty loud knocks at the door. First inclination is basically that it's them, although this happened at about 2:15, and it's Wednesday, so you know, 2:15 on a Wednesday, you would have thought they should be in school right now. And then yeah, so for like then about 10-15 minutes I was basically just sort of, you know, I was basically just like getting ready, getting clothes on, looking out the window every 2 seconds. I couldn't see anything as well. That's what it was. You know, it was genuinely pretty fucking creepy. Like 2 loud knocks on the door, and then yeah, I couldn't see anybody on the street. I was expecting to look out the window and see the 3 little kids standing outside my house, or 2 of them, while the other one was knocking at the door or whatever. But I don't think they were knocking and sticking about. I think they would just knock and run away and hide. But yeah, the first time pissed me off, and obviously I got a lot of replies and comments on the status and stuff, messages on Instagram about it, and yeah, everyone was like in outrage. Everyone was like, couldn't believe it. Like, why the hell would you fucking do that? And yeah, obviously, like, I don't know how these kids are that socially, like, I get that they're kids, but how does it not occur to you, wait, maybe this is just a really weird thing to be doing? Why are we doing this? So yeah, after the knock on the door, I didn't look out the window straight away, you know, because I didn't really expect it to be them, because like I said, it was at about, it was after 2, so I didn't think it would be high school kids at that time. I mean, obviously it was on my mind it might be them, but I didn't really think it would be. I didn't check the window immediately. I was like busy doing something, so I didn't check straight away. But yeah, I was basically just, yeah, kept looking out the window loads and loads of times. I had like a bunch of different windows looking out like different directions and shit like that, trying to see where they were. And I couldn't see them. I don't know what they were doing, but yeah, I was looking down the entire street both ways, and I couldn't see anyone, so I didn't know where they were. I think they just kind of walked off around the corner a bit. I don't really know. But yeah, and then after like 10 minutes, I looked at it again and saw the kid's face, the blonde one, the main one who's got the main interest in me. Because, you know, he's the one who threw up the fingers, he's the one who shouted Dempy, he's the one who came up and met me first, the little blonde one. He's the most, you know, he's definitely like the main one doing it. The other ones are just kind of his mates and they're just sort of doing it with him. But yeah, so I looked out the window and saw his wee face staring basically right at me. I basically made eye contact with him, but I was just peeping out their tiny little gap. Obviously I didn't want them to see me. And yeah, I was filming the whole time and everything, just because obviously with shit like this you just want to have everything on film in case, you know, because you never know what's going to happen. You want to have evidence of everything just in case stuff starts going bad. Just filming shit. Just basically just had my phone filming the whole time. But yes, I saw that kid's face looking right at me, and obviously I didn't know his face super well, but yeah, I knew it was him. I recognized him enough to know that it was him. It was obviously him. I've seen him, you know, 3 different times now. So yeah, the minute I properly saw it was him, then I actually knew properly that was what it was, and that they were back and it was the same ones doing it again. Up until that point, I just heard the door knock and I hadn't seen anything. I'd been looking out the window for like 10 minutes and I didn't see anyone. And then, yeah, obviously, like I said, after about 10 minutes of that, they'd obviously come back, and that's when I looked out and saw him then. So yeah, then I'm just rapid. I put my dog in her cage, get a bunch of clothes on, shoes on, everything like that. And I'm just still constantly looking out the window, both sides, just waiting to see them, waiting for them to come back. I'm ready to go. So after a few minutes, I still hadn't seen them come back yet. And obviously, I'd seen the kid's face and I knew it was them. And obviously I posted the thing on YouTube telling them not to come back, not to do it again, and they were still doing it. So it is just harassment at that point, and I'm not having that. So I went out, got in the car, drove off, and I was basically just driving around my entire area just looking for them. And after a few minutes I went by a spar shop, and obviously that's where they were. I went past it the first time. I saw that there were a few high school kids in there, but I didn't know it was them. So yeah, I drove past a bit and then turned around and came back. And then when I was going back past the shop again, then I saw the blonde kid come out with like 3 energy drinks. I don't think he needs any more of them. They're probably for when he gets home and gets on GTA try-harding away, fighting everyone. And that's probably fueling his obsession with me. But yeah, so I saw him coming out the shop. And yeah, so I just pulled up, got out, went up, and basically just told him to leave me the hell alone. I was filming the whole time, obviously, just to have a record of everything. But I did make sure and get their faces on it just in case I needed, but I'll blur them out because they're just kids fucking around. I'm not going to show their faces or anything. But you can hear what happened. He was apologising and stuff. I mean, he had no choice, but yeah, he was basically just showing respect and apologising and stuff like that. And yeah, he was being sound with it all. There he is. Yo, stop coming to my house, alright? You're the kid that keeps coming to my house, aren't you?
What?
Are you the kid that keeps coming to my house?
No.
You are, I know you are.
I promise you I'm not.
You are, I recognise your face. You know who I am, don't you? You know that I'm Dempy, yeah?
Yeah.
You obviously, because I saw you driving past a couple of times, yeah?
Driving past?
Yeah, that time when I drove past you.
Oh, yeah.
You remember, I drove past,
Yeah.
you shouted Dempy, I put the windows down, you came up and met me, yeah?
Yeah.
And then second time when
I
you
didn't
did
chat to you, though.
Yeah, second time when you did the finger at me, why? Why'd you do the finger at me?
Why not?
Well, why? What do you mean, why not? Why? If you were a fan and you came up giving me fist bump first time, why did you finger to me second time? You know, why did fucking fist bump first time, second time flip me off? That makes no sense.
I don't know.
But I don't give a shit. Stop knocking on my fucking door and come at my house, okay?
Okay.
I know that you found out where I've seen you out the window. I know who you are. I know it's you. And don't tell anyone where I live, okay?
Ah, yeah.
Because I don't want you to tell someone, oh, Dempy lives here, and then
Why
they
would I
tell a
do
bunch of
that?
people, and then I'll start having all kinds of stuff showing up on my house. I don't want that, right? I don't want to have a
I've got
bunch
a
of people.
question.
Yeah, I don't want my address getting leaked,
Yeah,
okay?
don't do that.
Don't tell anybody where I
Don't do
live.
that.
Well, how do I know? You keep coming to my house. That's like 3 times you've knocked on my door. I know it's you. I've seen your face out the window. I know it was you. Just stop doing it, alright? Cool, no worries. Yeah, no worries, cool.
Do you know what Oscar
Take it easy.
is?
What?
Do you know what Oscar is by any chance? He went to
No.
school with you.
Oscar who?
He was mates with you. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I know who that is. So after only about a minute or two, Yeah, just shook his hand and off I went, and then that's that. So hopefully, I can safely say now that I'm basically not gonna hear from them again. I'd be very surprised if they came back and started doing that again, but I mean, they've already met me now anyway, so that's probably kind of got them over it. But yeah, weird fucking situation to be dealing with. It's so mental. Like, I can take all the GTA stuff all day, fine. They sit joining my lobbies all the time, following me through games, spamming me with invites, messages, harassing the fuck out of me for all this. You know, I've been doing with that on Xbox for years now. I'm more than used to it, and that's fine because I can just turn the Xbox off the minute I'm sick of it. But the minute they're like, it becomes real life and they show up to your house at a time of their choosing, when you could be indisposed in any number of ways, could be balls deep in someone or anything, that just obviously crosses the line massively. And the fact that they're just lurking around on my street, just hanging around, just staring at my house, knocking on my door on like 2 different occasions now, it is fully just a complete and utter harassment, totally. So of course I got to put a stop to it, and if I didn't go and do that, then they would have just been back again in a week, 2 weeks, a month, who knows. But the fact they did it again for a second time, days after I posted that YouTube status telling them not to come back and do that again, you know, then at that point you have no other option but to do exactly what I did. So yeah, I stand completely by what I did. I would do it all completely the same again right now. It's not like I went out and just lost my shit screaming at kids. I mean, you gotta tell them off and tell them to stop, otherwise they'll just not. They'll just keep doing it. So yeah, I don't know, there might be some comments, people disagreeing with me or saying I should have just left them alone, I shouldn't have been, I don't know, people just comment dumb shit like that, but just shut up, just fuck off. We just agree to disagree then, but you're a person, you're wrong, because this is the only way you gotta do it, otherwise the harassment will just keep going indefinitely. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. It's, I don't know if this has been entertaining, maybe a bit, it's kind of funny maybe, but it's just weird as shit. Maybe more like a creepypasta type video. But yeah, either way, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll suck your toes. That's it, we have a deal. Right? Deal? Deal. Good. There we go. Cool.
We just want to let you know you've got a flat.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Yeah.
Knocking on my door, you've got a flat tire. Yeah, no shit, I know.
And you know, I'm in one of your videos.
What?
I'm in one of your videos.
Right, what one?
It's the most unfair fight it could possibly be. Remember, Pro Gamer 22. Do you want me to show you it?
If you want, yeah.
And unblock me.
I thought I said not to come back to my house.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, we'll take that as a hint and leave me alone.
Unblock me.
What? What video is that?
This one. The most unfair fight it could
Wait, let me
possibly
see.
be.
I can't see. Let me see.
It's because you just
Alright.
Yeah.
So what, so you were like jumping me then?
Sorry?
You were jumping me then? With like a bunch of people? Alright, fair enough.
They weren't even our friends. We're just randoms.
Yeah.
They unblocked me. My name's actually Jack. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, I'm not going to remember that. I'm not going to be able to type that in, I don't know. But yeah, I know I've got a flat tire. That happened yesterday. It's booked to go to the garage tomorrow, it's fine. All good, thanks love. Alright, cool, see you. Hell, bro. They just won't leave me alone. Knocking on my door, you've got a flat tire. Yeah, no shit, I know. Literally like not even like an hour later and they're already back. Like, mate, come on. I specifically said not to come back. And then an hour later, here they are. Fucking hell. Jesus, man. Right, so he was in a video years ago, apparently, then. Let's find that. I'm still filming. I'll use my other phone.
There's very little I can do.
Video.
Oh, Erie's trying. Oh my god, there's very little I can do. Oh, Erie's trying. Oh my god, they're a bit big. Oh, for God's sake. What the fuck?
So that's him.
How old are you?
That yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said that. His name was Pro Gamer 22 or something. That's the main one. Yeah, I wasn't going to film them. I just wanted to have it so you could hear it. Like, fuck me. I just told them not to come back. And they apologised and said, okay, sorry. And then come back an hour later. But yeah, so that's him.
I've already beaten yous both, you fucking idiot.
If I was there, you would have got shot.
I'm up on both of you. Come and shit on me then.
What are you talking about?
Come on.
I was fighting.
Well, the other one, I mean.
Right north.
Oh, well, there was about 7 people fucking attacking me.
Are you kidding me? So that's that. That's him. So that's who that was. Oh my! And I'm actually glad they came back. That actually clears it up. That adds so much more context behind it. So that is who it. That's how he knows. Right? Okay. That actually explains it a lot. I don't actually mind that they came back. That was fine. Cool. No worries. That video was uploaded on the 9th of December 2021. So, well over a year ago. And then obviously, yeah, I uploaded that video, and then obviously his Xbox messages will start blowing up, you know, and everyone saying about, oh, you were in Dempy's video, oh my god, he beat you, he beat you, he beat you, all this, like, the Dempy shit on you and all this. And then obviously he's gonna search it up, find it, see it, and naturally subscribe and turn notifications on. I guess that means he enjoyed the video. Cheers, mate. He's obviously fucking remained obsessed with me ever since. Still watches everything I fucking post, and has now come and knocked on my door about 5 times. But no, he's fine. He's not a threat. He's fine. He's just a harmless little weird kid. It's fine. It's okay. I don't really mind it now. It's now that we've talked it out. See, that's why I went out, not to fucking start fight with them or anything. You know, I mean, it's just how it goes. That's just the world, isn't it? Poke the bear one too many times to get your head bit off. So yeah, that adds so much more context, and that explains so much. That explains like how he knows me and stuff like that. So he's obviously been watching my videos ever since he was in one. He obviously still plays GTA and stuff like that. Bang. Right, there we go. Okay, I can stop my phone recording now. But yeah, that is kind of good that he just came back and said that, because it does add a lot of context to it. So that's the video that he was in. You know, I don't even remember that video at all. It's like I've just posted so many videos like that, just little fights like that, little conflicts and things like that with them. So I don't remember this video. There's nothing that distinctive about it. But yeah, that was just funny. So I basically fought him probably in basically late November, early December 2021. So ages ago. So that's it. He's obviously been watching my videos ever since. He obviously knows my car and what I look like and stuff, so that's obviously how he recognised me. He's obviously turned into a fan. So obviously in the video we were sort of arguing and fighting. Now he's just like a fan, but I mean, what's he gonna do? Like run after the car trying to attack me? Like what? But yeah, so that's who he is, and that's where he knows me from. That's the origin of that kid. That's where it all began. So that's quite good that we know that now. But yeah, he was just telling me to unblock him. He was like, firstly, why would I unblock him? What, so we're gonna be mates on Xbox now? Fuck's sake. But yeah, and he's just like, unblock me. My name's or whatever. I literally cannot even remember what it said. Like I would remember it just as little as if he had never even told me to begin with. That's what I was basically saying at the time. There's no point telling me, I'm not going to remember it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm barely listening to him. I'm basically the only reason I'm only there to just see what they want and why the hell they are back an hour after I just fucking shouted at him not to come back. That's all I was there. I wasn't really there trying to find out what his Xbox gamer tag. I don't give a shit. Tell me to unblock him and everything, because I fucking blocked him on Snapchat and Instagram, obviously, because he was messaging me saying all this weird shit the day after he flipped me off. There was like 3 of them. I didn't film them, but there was like 3 of them that were just like, fuck me, bloody hell. I mean, bro, they just have no idea how ridiculously awkward and weird that is. Bro, come on. Like, man, I just went and shouted and told them to fuck off. I blocked them on everything. Bro, do they not get that I just want to be left alone? They come back again. Like, bro, I don't care what they want to tell me. That's the whole problem to begin with. From the very first time they found out where I live and came and knocked on the door, that's the whole fucking problem. They don't realise. They don't see the barrier that they're crossing. They don't see it. They're blind to it. All they're thinking is that, oh, Dempy lives here. Oh my god, I'm really obsessed with him and crazy and fucking weird. And I really want to talk to him. So I'm just gonna go and try and talk to him. Like that's just how they operate. But that's just fans anyway. I mean, they all do that. Like you'll see times where there'll be like a celebrity who's like in a restaurant with their girlfriend or something, and a bunch of fans recognize them and just go up and start trying to take photos with them and stuff like that. What the fuck are you doing? I don't give a shit. Like, they think it doesn't apply. Like, you wouldn't do that if it was just some normal person. Like, it doesn't change it. It's just as fucking weird. You're just completely openly disregarding them and their privacy. Like, they don't even stop and question whether this person wants that or not. They don't even question it. They just want to do it, so they do it.
They just act off impulse. That's just the hallmark of a kid. They're just kids. They're just kids. And it's fine. I don't really care. But I mean, still though, it's crazy. Like, man, he really doesn't get it, does he? I thought he got it. You know, at the end of it, I thought that he was genuinely like not gonna come back. An hour later, right back he comes. Now, at first, when I saw that it was them before I answered the door, I thought they'd come to like apologize or something. Like, they're just still coming at me. But like, that's the thing. I was just fucking telling them off for it and telling them not to come back again. And then they think that what they want to say to me is that important that it just doesn't matter. And that's the same problem that's what I'm saying. That's the same problem as with the first time. They wanted to come and see me and say whatever they wanted to say to me. So they just did it and not giving a fuck about whether I would like that or not. They don't stop and think that he probably doesn't want that. They don't stop and question that it's an invasion of privacy. They just haven't been taught these things. Like, how do their parents not teach them stuff like that? Their parents are so shit. I'm sorry, but their parents just suck. How's your kid got that level of like not giving a fuck about it? Like, even as when I was a little kid, when I was his age, I would never dream of doing that. And if I was in that situation, even if like my favorite YouTuber in the whole world, who I was really obsessed with, if I found out where he lived, I wouldn't go up to his house. That is just, oh my days. You can't even explain it. You either know or you don't. If you know how fucking weird and crazy that is, you know. If you don't, then you just kind of a lost cause, but you know, you're just completely blowing right past about 5 different barriers or boundaries. Like, just because they want to do it, they'll do it, and that just proves the mindset of these GTA kids. It's the exact same way. Their brains all function the same way. On GTA, it is the same. It's the equivalent of how they harass the fuck out of me on there. So I'll find some chill little lobby. Right, I'm just grinding in it, cool, I'm not getting grief, nice and peaceful, and then some tryhard joins, recognises me, oh my god, I'm in Dempy's game, he says to all his mates, and then invites them all in, and then they all join, and then each one of them has a couple of mates who they'll probably tell, oh yeah, I'm in Dempy's game now, and then I've seen it, I've literally heard it, I've heard them in parties, phoning their friends, oh right mate, I'm in Dempy's game, get on, I'll invite you in, they'll come in fucking flocking in, and they'll just all be fucking swarming me like a bunch of flies around a shit. They'll just be fucking following me everywhere I go. I can do it. If you want, I can literally do it now and show you. I can appear online and go in a lobby and drive around. That's it. It's not like it take me any effort to prove or show what I'm saying. I just need to turn my Xbox on right now and appear online and just load into a GTA lobby and drive about and just getting orbital cannoned every 2 seconds, jets bombing me, most of them off the map. And then at the same time, you also got a bunch of fans who'll be like in a supercar beeping their horn trying to be all friendly and stuff, but then there's just like everything is just blowing up all around us, police everywhere, corpses everywhere, explosions everywhere. On the map, there's just like fucking 20 people all just swarming this same little area, and that I'm in the center of pretty much. And then if I somehow manage to get a car and floor it out of there, the entire swarm of them, it just moves with me. It's crazy. They just completely follow me everywhere I go. It's mad, and it just shows the same exact mindset. If they just don't care, just that same level of just complete and total disregard for me, and like questioning whether I'm cool with this happening or not. No, it doesn't even occur to them to even question that. So yeah, I literally just said not to come back, and then an hour later he comes back, and that's the whole problem. Like, it doesn't matter what he's trying to say. That's the whole fucking point. It doesn't matter what reason they think they have. That's the whole problem. The first time, they obviously had something they wanted to say. They wouldn't have come knocking on my door otherwise. They obviously had something they wanted to say to me. And they just think that because they want to do that, they can just go and just do it then. Because they've been spoiled. In their whole life, they've just been raised to believe that they can just have whatever they want. If they want something, they can just go and get it. No respect or social awareness or anything. But yeah, on the one hand, it is kind of good that he told me that was the video that he was in. It kind of clears things up and gives a bit of context behind all the mysterious door knocking at unexpected times. It's always like right after I've like woke up as well. No, it's not. It was the first time. But yeah, I literally said that I don't want him coming back. and then he thinks that because he has this he wanted to say, that means he can come back. But that's the exact problem the first time. What he wanted to say to me, he thought that means he could just come to my house and say it. And then it's the exact same thing that happened just there. But I mean, it's kind of cool because it's good to know that. But still, it still proves he hasn't really learned the lesson. The whole point is that just no matter what you want to say, don't come to my house. It's not like don't come to my house unless you have something you want to tell me. Like, fuck, don't come to my fucking house. That's what I said. Won't leave me alone. Like, tell me to unblock him as well. Like, that's important. So you think that's important enough that you can come and breach my privacy an hour after I told you to stop it, just so you can point out something obvious and just ask me to unblock him? Like, I was just shouting at him to leave me alone, and then he comes to my door, tell me to unblock him. Like, why am I going to unblock him and start getting into a big old conversation with him? He obviously just didn't get the point then. He just didn't. The main headline point was just leave me alone. Like, that's basically the main point of all of this. That's what the YouTube stats was saying. That's literally my message to him this whole time. With everything I'm saying, that is basically the entire point behind it all. Leave me alone. So why would I want to unblock him then and start talking to him? He's going to come up and knock on my door with 2 of his mates with him in broad daylight, coming to fucking tell me to unblock him. Like, bro, fuck me, that kid is so dumb. Like, come on, fucking hell. No, I mean, it's fine. Like I said, it's kind of funny to know that, because that video is mad as well. Like, it's not like... Because I thought he was a fan this whole time, and it turns out he was someone who was like shouting and swearing at me and fighting me and all that. Like, and then he turns into a fan, so obsessed that he's gonna be fucking coming up to my door like 5 times.
DST all the time.
Yeah, that's because it's always required.
Yeah, I won't even use the DST.
Oh yeah, but there was about 6 people attacking me. Oh yeah, you weren't using BST. That's because you were in jets, you idiot. Shut up, mate.
Don't say you bloody weren't, because you were.
How was I in God
Because
mode?
when
What
I
the
was
fuck is
shooting
wrong with
wouldn't
you?
even die. You would literally stay alive.
Yeah, you don't think it's possible that it's probably just lag,
It's not lag,
given all the
you
chaos that was going on in the area, you
It's
idiot.
not bullshit.
God mode, he
That's
says.
bullcrap.
Fucking hell. Jesus, and that was him. Mate. So that was the kid. I just stood outside a little Spar fucking convenience store fucking telling him off. And then an hour later, we stood on my fucking doorstep talking again. And that's him. That. I was just at the door talking to a little kid, and that was who that was. That Pro Gamer 22. That's the little blonde one, the main one. I don't know if the mate that was with him is the same one as whatever. I don't fucking know. His mates aren't really relevant. They didn't really say shit. It's the little blonde one. He's the one flipping me off. He's the one shouting Dempy. He's the one knocking on my door. He's the main one. He's the one with the fucking psychopathic maniac fucking obsessed, crazed fan look in his eyes. Like, it's obviously him. He's the main one. He's the one that's doing it. If it wasn't for him, the others would not be doing that. They wouldn't be here. He's the one that's obviously keeps leading the group here. Like, fuck off. I just said him to fuck off. But I mean, that was kind of fine. I guess maybe he just, yeah, he wanted me to know who he was, whatever. He wanted to maybe, fine, okay, whatever. I mean, I just told him to not come to my house ever again, but fair enough. But I mean, maybe he just wanted to just clear that up, and yeah, fair enough. It is, like I said, it is pretty good to know that is pretty funny. But I mean, that little kid, that like he says about 7 in that. Jesus Christ, like, come on, and that tiny little kid who I was arguing with ages ago, fucking arguing away over GTA. That kid there, that's who I was just on my doorstep talking to. Fucking hell. Oh my god. So that's just like when GTA becomes real life. It's because you're just too scared to join. Or you make an invite-only lobby then. You make an invite-only lobby then.
Fine, I'll have
And then invite me to it. What an idiot.
Idiot, my ass!
What an idiot. Just with him in the party right now. Are you joining? Or are you making an invite-only lobby?
Right.
Right.
I'll take a big shit in you, man. What's your YouTube like? What's up, guys? What's happening?
Hi, mate.
Shite, probably. This is gonna be you in about an hour or so.
The only thing I'll give you credit for, Dempy, is that you clapped my friend.
I clapped you, mate.
Clap
clapped
him,
Amy,
my
no.
asshole.
I clapped you. Right, I'm in an invite-only lobby. I will invite you.
I'm
now.
inviting you.
Oh, well, you were taking too long, so I just made
Oh
one.
nah.
Is it
I'm
2v1,
already
1v1?
joining. My thingy takes too long, and I can't join you.
Invite me
So
then.
actually, shut
No,
up.
I'm in a different game, you idiot. I've made a new lobby.
You're a fucking
So
retard, that's why I said
irritating.
invite me.
No, I just said I made a game and I invited you, and then you're like, I can't join you.
Because I bloody
'Cause he-
can't. What word of I can't?
Yeah, have you
join
tried?
You?
Yeah,
Have you tried?
I'm loading in.
Yes, I have.
No, that was when I was in the previous
You
lobby.
fucking idiot, I've just joined that invite.
Just accept the fucking invite. Annoying little rat, mate. Fucking sat whinging away, mate.
Holy fuck. What was that? Fucking sat whinging away, mate. Shut up, man. Fucking annoying bitchy little kid.
I can't join. All right. God damn it.
Restart your game then. And accept that invite I just sent you.
No, you join mine. I can't join yours. Just fucking join mine. I can't join you. Fucking
I am
idiot.
joining you, rat.
Stop inviting me then. I mean, I can't join.
Spams
because I've
him.
literally accepted. I have accepted it already, and if you spam me, I will literally shit on you.
I thought you were going to do that anyway.
I am.
So why are you saying that then?
Oh, because I'm
You
gonna
already said
do
you're gonna do
Operation Shit on you even more.
Well, I look forward to
I
that.
will
Right,
literally.
are you joining
I
me
will-
then, or am I joining you? I'm
You
confused.
join
I'm
mine
joining
because I
you.
can't join you. Oh,
Fucking
what do you
invite.
think? Like, do you think
Just
you sound like a
deliberately typing in
police
middle.
officer?
He'd just been screaming at me to join his one, and then I'm like, right, so are you joining mine, or am I joining you? And then, like, a minute ago, he was just screaming at me to join his. And that's just me deliberately trying to wind him up there. Most people probably think that's me being serious, but no, that was me deliberately making him rage.
Oh,
Fucking
what do you
invite me.
think? Like, do you think you sound like a fucking police officer trying to interrogate someone?
Yeah, invite
Like,
me.
which one you do this?
Uh.
Fucking shut up! You're so annoying.
No, it's just you're not used to talking to adults, because all your friends are going to be
I've just
the
got a
same fucking,
question.
like,
Are
ages
you
as
actually okay? Because you sound like you've just been ragged to shit out of. Like, fucking shut up. Literally. Are you actually alright? So,
my
like, you
days.
sound.
What does it even mean?
Shut up. Literally.
There's a bunch of random made-up words.
Shut up. Literally. Are you actually alright? So, like, you
days.
sound sad as hell. You sound like an emo guy.
You're sad as hell, you
Are
sound
you
like
emo?
Well, I haven't had an invite.
I've just sent you an invite. Like, you're literally there.
Can't believe this is the kid. He knows where I live, and he lives in my town. He'll be back. Watch him be back. They won't stop. I'm just gonna have to wait like 2 or 3 years until they just grow out of it and realize. That's literally the only way, probably. Just keep them blocked. Don't give them anything. They'll forget, but they won't. They won't.
Because it wouldn't let us join.
Oh, well, join in here then. Stop
Fucking
crying,
can't.
hiding,
It
and being.
won't let me. What word of it won't let me? Do you not understand? You actual idiot, man. So irritating.
Fucking hell. What a little dog.
Literally, what word of
Why don't you both restart the game?
If it doesn't work, I'm going to my bed and I'm going to sleep. If it doesn't work, I'm going to my bed.
No, it's really. It's not that difficult. Yeah, go and cry, man. Cry yourself to sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Come on then,
I
join.
wouldn't do that.
Join, you little pussy.
I just like sleeping. I'm in
lazy
Bumblebee's
shit.
game though. Okay, invite me.
What the fuck was that?
And it still doesn't work.
No, we'll just fix your shit Wi-Fi and then join.
Fuck you.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Who's that idiot? Oh, and he's left then.
Oh, fuck you, Dempy.
Thanks, mate. Oh, well, that's that then. Well, that was a delightful little conversation there. Glad he then went on to find out exactly where I live. I mean, that's just exactly what you want, isn't it? And who doesn't want that? We all want that, don't we? Do you find yourself wishing that would happen? No, it's not really something you want to be happening, is it? You just don't really want that happening. I mean, I made it clear multiple times. I don't really seem to get it. But oh well. I mean, that's basically it, though. I mean, you know, we've had a little dialogue. We've kind of cleared the air, got it all. You know, he's met me and whatever. Maybe that'll satiate his little fucking obsession with me or whatever the fuck, I don't know. And maybe that means he'll stop. But I wouldn't be surprised if I saw them back here again, honestly. But I think in terms of, like, getting, like, doxed or my address leaked or whatever, I think I'm good. Like, I don't think they're going to tell people. But I don't want to see them here again. I just don't want to... Oh, man. No. So, yeah. This has been an extremely weird little episode. Fucking hell's bells. That just makes it so much weirder than that. So, I thought this was just a fan. Just a normal sort of bit mental fan. But then when you realise it's him... And that's who it was. That just makes it way weirder. He just doesn't give a fuck. But that was at like 3:30 as well. That's before high school lets out. How come they're just skiving all fucking day? I mean, obviously they are. Of course these little degenerates are skiving. Because yeah, when I went and talked to them, it was literally at like between 2:15 and 2:30. And when they came to my door, it was like just before 3:30 or something, I think. And they're just bunking off all fucking afternoon. I think they should stay in school and maybe learn something probably better use of their time than just harassing me for no reason. But yeah, that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching this and being with me upon this very strange fucking little story that really was a strange little one. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day.
2 to the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D.